Hello, kindergartners. Yesterday you worked on writing things that you might see in your home when you're learning and writing, and when we're at school, some words that we might use when we're at school. Today we're going to learn about places because a lot of times when we write about where we go. And so if we know some words about places and can write those, we can really help label our writing and use those place words as we write. So, we're going to talk today about the places we might go in our stories. So, thinking about where you might go, think of a place in your brain. Take a couple seconds. What's a place you might go? One of the places that we go a lot are either our own home or someone else's home. So, let's write that. H O M Home. And I happen to know an E comes at the end of that word. So you might be at home or someone else's house. Ow. House. If we don't live in a home or a house, we also might live in an apartment. A R T M A N T. In an apartment. So those are some places where people live. Other places we might go to if we're leaving our house or our apartment or our home, we might go places like the park. I know a lot of you have talked about going to the park. What letter does park start with? Park. P. So R. The park is one place we might go. What's another place we might go? In the summer, some of us to cool off might go to this place too. The pool. Pool. That also starts with the letter P. Pool. Oh. So we can think of the sounds. And we might not always spell the words correctly, but we can think of the sounds in the word to help us spell. Another place we might go is the mall. Mall. What letter does mall start with? Missy Mouse. M, right? Lizzie Lizard. Mall. What's another place? At the mall, you might go to a store, right? Store. What letter? S, right? Or you might go to a store at the mall. How about other places we might go? Sometimes if you're sick, you might go see this person. You might go to the doctor. Doctor, like the animal we learned about this week, right? Deer. Doctor. That's another place you might go to see the doctor. Or doctor. Or if you have a tooth that's bothering you, you might go to the dentist. That's a D again. The dentist is another place you might go to get help with your teeth. We might go to a place like the farm. Farm. If we want to see some animals or get some food, right? Farm. That's another place. Letter F. Farm. We might also go, if we don't go to a farm, some of us might have a garden, like I have in my backyard where I grow carrots and some tomatoes and cucumbers, and that's spelled like this. G, 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 right? Gordo gorilla. G, G, gar, D, D, eh, The garden. You might go get vegetables or fruits from your garden. Thinking about places we might go, those are places kind of usually in our community or pretty close to us, but sometimes we might go on a trip. 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 You might go on a trip. Another word for trip is vacation. V, they, a, shun. The end of that word is very tricky. But vacation, a trip or a vacation might be somewhere you go to. And if you go on a trip or you go on a vacation, you might go either to the city, which is kind of a tricky word because it's that soft C sound. So you might go to the city, like if you're going into Minneapolis or St. Paul, you might go into the big city. Or you might go to the country. Tree. So you might go into the city or country when you go places. Think about, are there any other places that you can go? There's, I'm sure, tons of them we can think about, but those are some places that I think most of us go, maybe every week even. Maybe not on a trip or a vacation, but lots of those places are places we end up going. So today when we write, we want to start using some of these words. And if you have any questions about words, you can ask an adult or a big brother or sister for some help with writing words about where you go. But these are some ideas that we are going to take a picture of and put in the Seesaw activity. So when you write today, I want you to make a picture like we usually do that tells a story about a place that you have gone. And maybe you can tell me what you do at that place. So I go to the store to get new clothes, or I go to the doctor when I am sick. And when you do that, we want you to at least label your picture with one word today. So when you're writing, try to use a place from here or a place that someone else helps you spell and write. And then make sure that we label our picture with at least one of these words. If you can use more than one word in your writing, the more words, the better. We definitely like when you write a lot. So, places today. We learned about places. Places that we wrote on our board here are home, house, apartment, park, pool, mall, store, doctor, dentist, farm, garden, trip, vacation, city, that's one of the tricky words with the C, and country. So those are some places you might go. I'm excited to see what you show me about the places you go when you write today. So have fun today writing about places.